Hey guys, what is going on? DreamHack Masters Stockholm is over, and obviously the biggest talking point of this event is the fact that North seemingly came out of nowhere, beat Australis in two separate BO3s, and won the tournament overall. The second big talking point is the fact that MSL picked up the AWP, and he won the MVP of the entire tournament with it, looking quite good actually on the weapon, and also shutting down dev1ce, in my opinion the best AWPer in the world at the moment, particularly in the final map of the Grand Finals, on Overpass, the closest map of this series. So I'm going to talk about today, first off, how dev1ce got shut down, how North was able to do this, and then secondly, talk about MSL's AWPing style and how he puts himself in good situations despite him obviously not being the most skilled player in the world with that weapon. Now, starting off with how dev1ce got shut down, he did not look overly confident with the AWP all the time. You can see here he's actually throwing away the AWP in a 4v4 situation, favouring towards the AK, and throughout the tournament he was missing shots uncharacteristically. Obviously he had good maps here and there, but it didn't look quite like the dev1ce we saw before the player breaks. And you can see he's going to go in entry here with the AK, not sending in the person with the bomb. Magisk first, maybe trying to follow him up with an AWP. He's favouring the AK in situations such as this one. This one's not really anything even particularly special. You can see he just gets taken out straight away. But you can see even in this clip here, he's got the AWP going into B again, switching to the AK. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, maybe he just likes the AK going into B. But even here in round 12, where two players are rebuying weapons, they have tons of money on the T side. dev1ce is just saying, I'm going to stick to the M4 in this scenario. He's going towards A, where he often defaults with the AWP we've seen previously before the player break. So he definitely wasn't feeling it on the T side throughout. However, we can't put all of this down to the fact of how he got shot down. On the CT side, he was looking confident. He was trying to buy that AWP whenever he could. He was playing around A like he normally would. And this is where MSL's counter-strating really came into power to stopping dev1ce getting anything going. And right now we're looking at just one of the 2 rounds where dev1ce got an AWP kill in this entire map. 27 rounds played, 2 kills for dev1ce. That's how insane this was. And you can see North are doing a great job of denying information from dev1ce. What is going on? Where do I need to play right now? He can't get an opening towards the long area. They're doing a good job of applying pressure here towards A before ultimately always going back towards B. I'll put the heat map in the corner here right now. Look how many times North went to the B side, away from where dev1ce normally plays, not giving him these opportunities, but they were still very good at applying pressure over here towards the A side. I'm going to talk about that. Obviously, this is a fake here, keeps dev1ce in position for quite a while. He's still over here towards where he'd normally play. No information if anyone's walked out long in this scenario. Obviously, the fact that this player here in Magisk was pushed up was a good indication that the dev1ce could rotate early. This is going to be one of his kills right now. Not on his own site, not over towards A, just simply rotating towards heaven and finding the North player there before eventually the North players are going to plan and dev1ce is not going to actually go find anything else into this round. Nice shot by Valde, and Magisk does actually end up winning this one. But you can see they applied a lot of pressure towards A before ultimately going away from dev1ce back towards B, giving him very little chances to get going, get kills if they're not in the rotation. We know those rotation kills are a lot harder, especially if you get those utility coming from the T side. And you can see here the other time that dev1ce got a kill with the AWP. It's going to be the round previous and a very similar tactic run by North, denying a lot of information. However, this time I believe they were trying to hit the A site. However, Australis' setup perfectly countered this. You can see because Magisk is up quite aggressive, dev1ce wants to bait for him, gets the first kill. Magisk's going to able to try and go around. And Magisk, does a very good job in this scenario, getting 2 kills or actually finishing up with the next one before finally being taken out by Kirby. But understand here is, I think the fact that there was 3 North players here makes it very likely that they were trying to go for some kind of A hit. Creep up behind this smoke, most likely. You see Valde's even coming here. He's going to try and creep up in bathrooms, make this split possible, so obviously that no one can just AWP if dev1ce in bathrooms, can't just turn around and AWP an angle such as this one. Still wish I could draw on the map valve, please. But anyway, I believe they were trying to get aggressive behind this smoke, flash through, and they were going to pop through nice and close to dev1ce, where he can't easily just do what he does in bathroom, where he gets a kill here, then falls away back to the site. And this was the plan behind this round. But again, lots of information denied from dev1ce before eventually they're going to get nice and close. And even in this one, they end up re-smoking the way before and actually turning away in this scenario, going towards the B side. They actually run out of time. You can see AZ was over here to lurk towards B. He's going to actually find himself coming up here and getting a kill. But again, dev1ce is not particularly close by in this one until this lurk kill comes in. And then he's going to be like, okay, I got to rotate it back. But they're not trying to go towards dev1ce. They're trying to go away from him. And if they are, they're trying to get nice and aggressive up long, catch him off guard, maybe coming through that smoke or coming through nice and late in the round where he can't easily fall back and play that playstyle we know dev1ce really does love to play around that bathroom area. You're probably thinking to yourself right now, well, Australis aren't dumb. They'd probably work out the fact that North were just hitting B over and over again, only really faking pressure over here towards A, even though I believe they were trying to actually hit the A site in that clip I just showed you before. Well, nice and early on the round, the first gun round, they run this strat, and this is almost a perfect counter to dev1ce playing in bathroom. And it is a little bit of a gamble from North, but it works out very well for them. And you can see, normally you take a flash or something out here towards long, don't you? You want to flash the AWP off that very common angle. Not necessary for North. They're going to gamble that no one's there. And look at this. Knife out, charging straight up long until they get to this position. And you can see they're also keeping dev1ce busy. AZ just jump spotting, sees down to low HP, and they're going to keep applying pressure in here towards dev1ce, trying to keep him in position, jumping across, really just avoiding all these flashes, etc. that could be coming in. Glaive does peek up, coming into connector, but you can see what the rest of the North players are doing right now. They're hitting this A site nice and fast, no real indication they're coming until they're all the way up long, and they're just going to flood onto dev1ce and just completely crunching him from almost two different angles. You see flashes over, dev1ce is blind, and Kirby's not even worried about the site. He's jumping straight across back to the site, finding dev1ce, knowing that they've baited him into playing close in these bathroom areas. They know he loves to play so often. Anyone could probably pick that up, but I just love the game plan here from MSL and North. And right now, there's very little Astralis can do. They have all this map control. No flank can come in. As I say that, Glaive is coming up here, but the players are going to be looking for him. Nico knows this is a possibility, and they're just going to play the very, very standard bathroom after plant, making it very hard for Astralis to come back in. Good flashes, and you see Astralis decide they're just going to save after Glaive gets taken out. But a very good job crunching onto dev1ce, telling him we are going to hit A, but hitting it in a bit of a unique fashion where dev1ce can't get the information. Very good player, dev1ce. He's getting information, playing off the info he gets. I don't give him any information. A couple of jump spots towards middle, one flash telling him there are players pressuring bathroom. Just charging up long, no flashes, almost seems insane. Works perfectly. They've hit the A site nice and early. It's in the back of Astralis' mind. They're hitting A site, they will do it. But when they do it's going to be perfectly to counter dev1ce, making it nice and fast, hard for him to read information, fall back and play the nice methodical style he likes to play. But ultimately the plan is to hit B, and that's all I'm going to say about MSL's T-side strategy. I think it was a very smart one, and he definitely did his homework coming into this game. So what about MSL himself? If you look at the statistics, he out-AWPed dev1ce 11-1, getting 11 AWP kills himself throughout this match. I'm going to start off in this one. He's getting his player quite aggressive up here. Again, this is very similar to the setup we saw dev1ce and Magisk running earlier on. MSL did say he likes to watch dev1ce demos, and if you want to learn how to AWP really well, you should probably watch dev1ce demos. Again, I think someone else said that, so maybe if you can find some content about that, you should probably go watch it. Now, however, obviously MSL is going to rotate back as there is pressure being applied here from Astralis out towards Monster, so he's going to start moving away. But notice he's got Kirby into positioning, where when he comes back to AWP, he can put himself at an angle that you might not be expecting if you're Astralis, thinking, okay, we've sold a bit of a fake, we don't see anyone coming down connector, they probably might not have got aggressive. But after he jump spots against information, he's going to move himself over to this side, so he can play this angle here. And obviously this is a big factor if he knows the players can't come long, because he's got his teammate right here. And he's going to find one player. But basically it just makes these shots really easy for MSL. He reads the situation, just going to find Zipex walking around by himself. He is happy to re-peek. Time is a little bit low, but yeah, obviously with Kirby still alive, he knows they're going to be trying to concentrate, have to clear him out first, so he's quite confident re-peeking that. And again, the time is ticking low here. 20 seconds left, and he's just going to re-peek here. And again, the re-peeks might seem silly because he's potentially going out, but he wants to try and find the information of where exactly they're going. His teammates can start to rotate in, and he's happy re-peeking. 10 seconds left on the clock now. You can see these players are coming in because of all the information he's gotten, and he found the third kill. It was exactly the same as the first two, so you don't actually really need to see it, but very basic AWPing. But he uses the information he has and the time left on the clock and reads the situation really well to get that pretty relatively simple 3k. Now, like all AWPers, MSL is very good at mixing up his positioning, how aggressive he gets at different points in the round. Obviously, dev1ce does like to play bathrooms, but he will play towards long. As I said, that rush was a bit of a risk from North, also towards B sometimes. So he's not always going to be here, but like any read you could make into a match, there are obviously going to be exceptions. Now, I just really like this setup. It's not much to do with MSL, but the fact that you normally have the AWPer sitting up here playing very aggressive, and then you have another rifler often playing a support with some flashes or something. He's going to get quite aggressive up here. Obviously, the player and connector covering from that angle. He's just going to go looking for information, and even though he gets spotted off, he can just fall away quite quickly. I just love the fact that this player is being baited in, and he's going to find himself quite an easy kill. So not much to do with MSL's AWPing. I just really like that setup. Obviously, finding the bomb is a big factor, telling them it could be an A hit. Also, MSL, again, obviously looking for information out here. Just playing the numbers game, knows he's probably playing against a rifle the way he's been jump spotting. And, I mean, MSL's not going to hit every shot. A lot of AWPers probably would hit that shot into a pretty good shot by him, but AZ's going to end up finishing this on off with the AWP. So, MSL definitely not perfect, but you can see he's definitely playing the numbers game, trying to get information, and trying to trap that player into debris on the right-hand side, as it does obviously really limit the options of Astralis if he can hold him there. Now, another thing Astralis often do is if they're going for this B-heavy setup, as we can see right now, is dev1ce often gets left by himself around the party area. And I think MSL understands this by the way he plays this particular round. So again, not all of this is replicable if you're just playing against a random opponent. But you can see once Dev1ce takes out Kirby, MSL's going to turn around and find him by himself, which is again a very common setup by Astralis. And he's just going to take him out. And that's enough information for MSL to be confident there's no one else there. It's just Dev1ce doing what he normally does when they go for some kind of B-heavy setup. So MSL's quite happy to sit here at top connector, lock down that player he heard running up con, and even though he could potentially have been taken out here, and there's obviously a risk in this one, you can see on the map, if either of these players go towards that party area, they're just going to shoot MSL in the back. He's going to stay here and end up finding Magisk. And again, that's understanding your opponents, how they like to play on these B hits, before eventually he decides, obviously, with the man advantage to fall away. So a little bit of luck maybe involved. Those players didn't come towards party, but again, there is a level of understanding what your opponents like to play, and even stuff like that. Maybe MSL is an AWPer. I was a little bit harsh saying he will miss some shots, but yeah, relatively interesting around this one because he does sit at com for a very long time. But again, I think it's a bit of a read from him as to how Astralis like to set up. Potentially a bit more risk than maybe he needed in that scenario, but yeah, it's enough for him. He gets a 3k into the round, and I thought 3k from MSL on the AWP, you guys probably want to see that anyway. And unsurprisingly, similar to Dev1ce, MSL is very good at playing off information. And it seems almost that he sets himself up kind of a way with Kirby in a lot of these scenarios. So obviously here he finds that no one's towards A, gets here quite fast, sees no one crossing, so it's a good assumption by him. He's going to be able to come back towards con, play the angles. Obviously it was an aggressive B hit from Astralis in this one. And again, Kirby's going to be the one who often seems to do what MSL needs being done, so he can be covered from different directions, so he can AWP how he wants to AWP. And again, they're going to be relatively simple shots he hits. Actually, a few nice ones in this clip. Actually, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, just a good round overall. Even though Kirby gets found going aggressive, MSL says, all right, I'm going to fall away now. Knows that the fastest rotation is obviously through connective, so he's going to pin up on this next angle on towards con. And a little bit disjointed this one from Astralis overall, but MSL is going to capitalize, punish them, and get a really nice AWP 4k. And most of MSL's kills with the AWP were on this CT side. We're going to see obviously 4 of them just in this one clip. So that's where I'm going to have to leave you guys. Let me know what you think of this setup between, or this matchup between North and Astralis, what you like between MSL's AWPing, maybe Dev1ce's AWPing, what they could have improved. And as per usual, make sure to like and subscribe if you do enjoy this kind of content. I'll catch you all in the next video.